Hello there! I'm so sorry about the delay. In this RH Jam, we'll look at the ways you can keep connected to your community, things to watch out for, and advice for renewing your connections. Rob Koenig, co-director of the Reconnective Healing Global Teaching Team and a business owner himself, will share with us valuable tips on maintaining community and practice during these challenging times. We'll also share with you an exclusive clip from our upcoming premiere with Dr. Eric and Jillian on this Saturday, July 18th, coming up right here on the RH Jam. Alrighty, and I'm back. And if this is your first RH Jam, rest assured, we typically do start spot on time. Today, the Pixies decided that they were just going to have fun. And guess what? We're okay. We flow with it. This is a program we do every week live on Reconnective Healing, everything that has to do with Reconnective Healing and the experience of those who practice Reconnective Healing, facilitate it, and receive it as well. It is an energy-based process for healing, transformation, and communication. And that is so key today, because that is basically the main topic of what we're covering here today at the Jam. And you know, this program, it's grown by leaps and bounds, and it has been thanks to you. So if this is a topic that is interesting to you, or that you feel that more people could really benefit from finding out, like today, how can I maintain communication and connectivity, not only with my community, but perhaps with my clients and my family, then you know what? I'm going to recommend that you subscribe to this channel, because even more stuff like this, custom made for you, is coming your way in the next several weeks. Plus, when you like these videos, people who find us organically on YouTube, they are inspired to watch. And we know that when people take a moment to just watch our videos, magic happens. These frequencies are right here, right now, and we're enjoying them right here as we are chatting in the chat room. Hello, chat room, you are on fire. I can see that out of the corner of my eye. But you know what? Also, those who come and join us and watch the recording, they interact and get as well. Plenty of them, as we are receiving through comments and emails and text messages from them. They are having a tangible experience of these frequencies by just watching our videos. So let's see what's going on with the chat, because I'm excited that the chat is working. Yay! See, Lexi, it's working. I am so happy. Seriously, we know Pixies are great. We love them. We welcome them. Sometimes it just make our, things a little bit more of a challenge, and we flow, right? Hello, Lula, I see you there, and I see Jennifer Lynn. Hello, Jennifer. Justin, welcome. Chelsea, hello to you. I see as well that we have Alejandro. Yes, this chat is definitely on fire, Alejandro. Hello, Kadrilla. Welcome, Alina. I see Simona and Alina. Hello, gorgeous. Linda, welcome. Catherine, hello. Wow, New York and Wisconsin. We've got almost a world here. Almost. We need more people. So let's start sending this link to more people. Come on, guys. I'm kidding. Well, do send it if you can. Maria Luisa, hello, Kimberly, hello, Sally, Dagmar. Oh my word, you guys, you're setting this room on fire. No wonder. Hello, Terry. Oh wow, the list just keeps growing and growing. Hello, Melanie. Barbara, welcome. I see as well that we have Alika. Hello, Alika, and New Jersey just joined. So if you haven't put in where you guys are writing from, definitely put it in, because you know what? People do get to see the chat on the replay, and it's so cool. When you see a chat and you see where people are coming from or writing from, it really connects with people. And today is such a really important topic across the board, our connectivity, because one of the things that have become very apparent is that few months ago is that precisely our perception of connection with one another came to a standstill for a lot of us. A lot of us experience a complete isolation from the rest of our friends, our family, definitely from our routines. For those of us who have practices, that also curbed our ability to communicate, do presentations, approach groups, talking as so many of our presenters do, as of our mentors do, talk at different places and do presentations. It really brought all of this to a standstill and just set everything on its head, our own understanding of connectivity. So just to make it so one step at a time, first of all, the first thing we need to accept and understand is that connection truly starts with ourselves. And, wanting to be connected with one another is one of the most defining traits as being human beings that we are, right? It is something that we are wired to do, to connect. We connect with other people. We connect at large with communities because there is an exchange of learning that happens, and we are driven to learn. We are driven to learn new things. Connection also transcends, obviously, connectivity that way, that is just for learning. We really clamor to be acknowledged. We want to be heard. We want sometimes sympathy, hopefully more empathy, and definitely we want to be understood. And we can get this when we connect with someone. I just want to make an aside here. I'm not talking about relationships at large. That's the bigger kettle here to discuss. We're going to the grain of any relationship, anything that has to do with human interaction, which is establishing that connection. But seriously, that connection starts with ourselves, and we have the opportunity to examine that in ourselves over these past months. We have been tested. We have been tested in our sense of connection, because the isolation that many of us have experienced, or perhaps perceived isolation for the time being, because there was no physical interactivity between us, beyond the boundaries of our own homes. So when we look at where we are now, we have evolved into a connection that seems to be mostly digital based. And I know for the most part, I'm going to include myself there. Digital connectivity is awesome, but that human connection of being able to sit across from somebody and enjoy their storytelling and sharing the moment trumps anything that you can do digital. And I come from that same way of feeling and thinking about connection. Yet this last months have shown us the possibilities that have been born out of necessity, because truly it is evolving, because we had a need to continue to connect, right? So here's where we are. Even when we've missed hugs and coffee tables, we may have found a new type of connection and have actually met new people that we may have never thought we had anything in common with. Because here's one of these strange things that happen in the digital environment. It's like the focus really does go entirely onto that person. Some people call it the Zoom effect. Some people may feel that it's a negative thing, feeling that all these eyes are on you all the time. And yet when you get used to it and you realize that what it is an opportunity to just be. It's just be. Again, with any experience, we choose how to receive it, how to define it, and perhaps just to let go and flow. So what we are finding is that we perhaps are accessing a whole new way of connecting we probably did not even think we would ever find an affinity with. And right now I'm talking about digital, but I'm also talking about the connections we're creating with people that are brand new to us. And when perhaps they're only digital, and perhaps they will only ever remain digital, but it has actually brought people together in ways and in collaborations that perhaps before we would have not even given it the time of day to consider. I'm just putting that out there because I do recognize that, Not everyone is able to let go and evolve in this new paradigm, and which is really the basis for today's RH Jam. We understand that connections, the way that we perceive connections, may have grown frail, may have feel like they're vanishing, or they're very thin, or, the texting and people not texting back, people going underground and not surfacing for weeks, months at a time, and we may have started to feel that connection is inconsequential, and truly they are the basis for maintaining any community, whether that community is the community of the people you care about, the community that you live at large in your town, in your city, in your neighborhood. But it's also, if you're a foundational practitioner, or if you just have a practice and you're joining us because the topic is interesting to you, it's also the communication with our clients and the people who seek us out for a healing. So our definition of community has evolved, definitely has evolved. I think now we are seriously looking at the digital online community with new eyes, and the new communities that will come after this period is moved to the next stage. With that, let's see what is affecting this connection and communication in this moment of global challenge. I cannot think of a better person to guide us through this than Rob Koenig, somebody who has ample experience in guiding his own business, letting these frequencies inspire and guide his whole life and and daily living. And he has also experienced most of the things that we discuss here. He has been very instinctive in figuring out that there are ways in which we can maintain connection and community, and he'll be here sharing these insights with us momentarily. But first, I want to share with you this amazing video for a very, very new style of discussion that we're premiering this Saturday. And this is our dear, I loved Jillian Fleer. And she's going to do a continuation piece to that wonderful meditation we did with Dr. Eric last Saturday. Let's take a look at this premiere clip right now.
I wanted to explore a little follow-up to the meditation Eric and I created that some of you attended last week on intention and attention. And part of the meditation was really to kind of explore this state that we are in when we are intending a result, intending a what, a why, a how, and bringing an intention into manifestation is absolutely powerful. There is unquestionably, not even scientifically, a question about our ability to manifest mind to matter. And so the intention or intentional structure that I think we have been immersed in for many years in our personal development as a pathway, as a perfect pathway to bring about universal yielding, the power that is, and the power of our ability to visionate or envision it through an intention. So really familiar in one form, and also very empowering. Now, what happens when that dissolves? Meaning,
aha! Hello, Rob. Give me a second. We'll be right back with you. Hi, Rob. Wave at us. Oh my goodness, that was fun! We are still testing microphones and whatnot, and you know what? Those surprises, I love them because you know what? They're guided by frequencies. The world just saw beautiful Rob waving at the world. Yay! So here is one thing that I'm seeing here in the chat, guys. I'm seeing that you guys have a lot of passion for the topic today. RH Jammers, I gotta remind you that if you want to see this amazing video with Jillian, you have two choices. You can subscribe to this channel, and you know that once you set up your alert on Saturday, it will boom, pop up for you in your feed, and all you need to do is sit back and enjoy. Or you can drop me an email and I'll send you that RSVP link. So that way you'll get that link to watch with us on the premiere on Saturday. We have so much fun on Saturdays, don't we, guys? Oh my word. That is truly one of the highlights of my week. That's for sure. I see that Jillian is here. Hi, Jillian. She is sharing with us, we are tethered, woven, and one consciousness even when we are perceiving our own thoughts. The Reconnective Healing frequencies connects those two polarities. Oh, hello. Hi, I see Helen who just joined as well. Hello, Helen Feng. That's awesome. So going back to connectivity and community, let's examine this with Rob Koenig. And now for real, here it is. Mr. Rob Koenig. Hello, Rob.
Hey, Ana. Hey, everyone. It's so wonderful to be with you.
It's so great to have you. And again, I am so sorry about the craziness with the mics and the connections, but you know what? We know around here it happens. We are live. It happens whenever you do something live. Something funky is gonna happen. And today was fun though, because we got to see you before we really started, and it was so lovely and organic. Rob, the topic today is I think it's such a turning point right now for so many people that they're between worlds, am I ready to step out into the world and start, going as I was before, or things have changed so dramatically that things are not going to be like that. And one of the things that people have been emailing us and contacted us about is precisely this whole sense of maintaining communication and connection with community, with clients, with self. Could you start sharing with us, Rob, what are the roles of connection and community in your life?
This is such an important topic, and Ana, you said it perfectly by reminding us how important it is right now in this time space that we find ourselves in. And I think really importantly, before we even go any further, we need to take a look at our definition. Because like every other in the human vernacular, these vocabulary words. And so I think if we're going to talk about community, let's examine how that word resonates with us and what images are conjured by the concept of community. And I think for many people, when they hear community, they think on a small scale. They think of their immediate surroundings, perhaps their neighborhood or the region of the world that they're in. But let's remember that community can be defined in many ways, and it's really important to understand this when we think of the broader perspective with community. So we can also look at community as a humanity. We often don't think of humanity as a community, but I can tell you first and foremost that when Reconnective Healing came into my experience and became part of my new known, I immediately recognized that Reconnective Healing was a doorway for me to step into a larger reality that I am inseparably connected to humanity as a community. And I'm going to tell you that first and foremost, through these very challenging times for many of us, it was my remembering and knowing that I am part of the community of our collective humanity that helped ground me and keep me very much in a space of security and just well-being, because I knew that Reconnective Healing has taught me that I'm so connected to this larger community. And then we can take a step even closer into the community that I like to call our soul tribe. And that is something that has been birthed through our Reconnective Healing community. For so many of us, especially in my life, Reconnective Healing has reminded me that we came here with purpose. We came here with a sense that we were going to be part of a collective mission to spread a new awareness of who we are, the essence of who we are. And I'm going to tell you that this soul tribe, this Reconnective Healing community, has been a life force for me. And I know for so many of you who are joining us, you understand what I mean. And so first and foremost, let's just come back to our definition of community and recognize that we can expand beyond the traditional definition to include a broader perspective at this time. So I wanted to start there. Does that resonate with you, Ana?
Oh, absolutely, totally. It's such a beautiful reminder that, the first and foremost community there is that we are humanity. So it doesn't matter if you feel disconnected or connected, you're still in that community. You are that community. I love this whole concept of the soul tribe too. And the chat is totally loving it too, that you're calling it a soul tribe. We have a comment here that I wanted to relate to you from Alejandro, who tells us that we are actually enjoying a time to connect with Rob Connectivity. I just wanted to share that with you.
Beautiful. I love it.
So yes, I'm so happy that you've brought back community for Reconnective Healing to that very core essential aspect of it. What people are finding is that they are perhaps in their humanity, that part that is the human aspect of our expectations of what connection looks like or community looks like. And they're feeling that perhaps they're not tangibly experiencing it right now. So let me ask you something. When we find ourselves in a state like that, like the human aspect may take over, how do you find and encourage connection? How do you do that?
It's a great question, and I want to offer another thought on this opportunity that has really been thrust in our path right now, and it's an unexpected opportunity that has been presented to us that I want to bring to your awareness, and that is we have an opportunity right now because of how we've been guided and directed to be apart. We don't have the same freedom in this time-space playground right now to just be with anyone we want as many times as we want. We're being told and encouraged, and in some case, told to be very selective. And so what I want to recognize at this time is that I have an opportunity to really make important decisions as to who do I want to spend my valuable time with? Who do I want, because we're not free in a conventional sense to just be with anyone and everyone, it has been a time, a reset for me, a pause where I can say, okay, so if I can't be with anyone and everyone, who do I want to spend time with? I have an opportunity, and we all do, to really make a choice as to who lifts us up. What type of interactions do we want to have paramount in our life right now? And for me, that has really been a gift, because it's allowed me to make choices and to say, you know what, I want to be around people, whether it's virtually or in person when I can. I want to be with people who are going to help raise the vibration of my experience right now. And so when I talk about encouraging connection, realize that we can make some very important decisions and choices as to what type of connections we want to empower right now. And everyone who's made the choice to be on this RH Jam,
Hey guys, we're seeing here that we are having an issue with the mic again. There's a problem with the connectivity. Sometimes it happens. Let me let Rob know. And let's see if we can reconnect him right now. Okay, there you are. I can hear you now again. Let's see if we can hear you again. I'm going to test you here, Rob. Are you ready? I'm going to bring you back online. Okay, let's see. Talk for us.
I'm ready.
There you
Hi.
are. You're back.
Can you still hear me? Oh God, Ana, do you have any idea on how long ago my voice cut out?
You know, you cut off when you were saying about we have this choice of choosing the level of our connection. Who is our connection? How are we going to interact with our connection?
Yeah, and my I guess the essence of my point was that we have an opportunity to really choose to make to experience our connections with those that lift us up, that raise the level of our vibration, and I was saying that this example of this conversation, choosing everyone who is part of this conversation, whether it's playback or live, these are choices that we've made that are encouraging our connection to the highest level of our experience, and so I'm really going to encourage everyone to consider what are the choices that we're making. Who are we choosing to connect with? What communities are we engaging with? And I think with everyone making the choice to be a part of this conversation, that's an indication of your instinct to kind of coming through and encouraging those choices that are going to expand your connectivity. Can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you good still.
Okay, very good. And I think what's amazing, I think the timing is so fortuitous that the Reconnection as an organization has been engaging in new platforms leading up to this very unique time that fortunately have provided opportunity for engagement that allows us to transcend the need to physically move from one place to another. I think about the RH Jam. I think about the Living in the Frequencies course. I think about turning the level 1 training program into an online format. There is no accidents, there are no coincidences that all of these formats have come into our experience leading up to this very unique time that we find ourselves in.
Yes.
Are you still with me?
Oh, yes. No, absolutely. And I wanted to share with you that Jennifer Lynn wanted to share and say, losing connection, but no worries. This is about the signals. He said, we're still all connected. Yeah, absolutely. Isn't that ironic? The day that we're talking about connection and community, guess what's happening?
That's so funny. This is just an opportunity to test that our connection is so much deeper than the...
It is transcending the moment. Truly, it is. Interacting with our connection. This difficulty connecting today gives us insight into what happens in real life. That is so true as well. That's another comment. But isn't that true? Disconnection, misunderstanding. When I was doing more conflict mediation for the Clark County Justice Department, the main reason for people getting into conflicts was miscommunication and misunderstanding. It was not because somebody actually went out of their way to offend anyone. 99% was a complete miscommunication or misunderstanding because there was fussiness in the connection as they communicated whatever was the issue or did not communicate what was the issue. So, we are here lifting up to a new level, and this is definitely giving us that potential. It is for us to grab it, right, Rob? Like you're saying, I mean, it's our choice. So if we have this understanding of our connection, that we have these choices, what happens when we have the community at large, the very human community the people we surround ourselves with? How do we then encourage a community to grow and expand?
Yeah, well, I think it's through what we've discovered about ourselves through Reconnective Healing, and this is the RH Jam, so I have to speak through the lens of Reconnective Healing, and I'm going to say, in order to encourage people to stay a part of the community and to grow within it, we have to continue doing what we've always done. We have to continue to speak from our reference point of excitement and passion about what we've discovered through Reconnective Healing, and I think it's even more important to help people recognize that at the essence of Reconnective Healing is the fact that we are recognizing our ability to transcend time and space. And at a time where we're being told to distance ourselves from others, Reconnective Healing is holding this space for our awareness and our recognition that we are in fact connected beyond those perceived limitations. And so I would encourage anyone who is practicing Reconnective Healing and is concerned about their practice and the growth of their practice to take this time to emphasize that important point about Reconnective Healing, that number one, it can be facilitated at a distance, and it is equally powerful from that vantage point, and that even when you are working one-on-one with someone in the same space, that we are using that distance, that space, it's a hands-off interaction to recognize and remind ourselves that those connections exist. So that's, I think it's really important to encourage people to stay in their passion and to communicate that passion. It's important to encourage people to be a part of these conversations, encourage people to join the RH Jam, encourage people to sign up for all the discussion groups that are being birthed through the Reconnection right now, whether it's the Solomon Studies group or many others. And I'm even going to encourage people to start your own group, start a book study club, based on the Reconnection, or perhaps the online level 1 course. Start a group of like-minded people who are taking the course and want to examine their experiences. I mean, these are ways that I would say to encourage that growth is make sure that you don't continue to share the message of Reconnective Healing in any way you can.
That's actually so apropos now that we really are experiencing the surge of the digital world as a tool. Perhaps is not a divisory, environment as many of us perhaps felt it was. Now we can see that there is the advantage of the tool. I love the idea of a book club or even doing chat groups about the portal. Guys, if you think this is a great idea, just put it in the chat, because this is something that maybe we can get people to start organizing it in a more in-depth way. Those are absolutely amazing practical points and advice for all our practitioners. And in general, I think it just simply boils down to that. Be passionate. Let that passion come through, and you see that passion in the portal, and you see that passion at any of our Catalyst live immersion programs. That passion ignites lives, and it ignites them and sets up that fire, and it just stays there. I love how you said it's like, so to speak, holding a space. And to me, when you said that, I saw like all this clutter or stuff just lifting off, and at the bottom of it there's just this calmness that is Reconnective Healing. This frequency is just being there. That's it. No matter what you do, this is the basis of this community. The heart of this community is that intelligence that guides us through these frequencies. So Rob, in your experience being one of the lead teachers at a Catalyst, tell us a little bit more about how do they really instill that sense of connection and community, taking it from somebody who, for example, somebody who just comes in and has done modalities, or is just a housewife, or is an architect, or so whomever comes in who has a perception of connectivity and community. What happens after the portal and the Catalyst? How it changes them?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, I'm sure there are several people, probably many people that are part of our audience right now who have experienced the live Catalyst weekend events.
Okay, try again.
Okay, I'm talking.
Yay! Woo! Sorry about that. Zoom sometimes it's been behaving so well, and then today it decided that no, I'm not gonna play. I'm so sorry, Rob. You were telling us about the experience of the Catalyst, the live immersion.
Yeah. I wonder if there's anyone else in the world using Zoom right now. Maybe that's... So you can hear me, yes. Is that true?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, beautiful. Thanks everyone for your patience. So about the Catalyst events, what I was saying was, I'm sure there are many of you that are on this call that have experienced the Catalyst weekend events, these live immersion gatherings, and you know exactly what I'm talking about when I reference the sense of deep community that is born through that interaction. It's something that it is. I think we can call it a phenomenon because it is so consistent in its ability to show up every time, but it's that sense of coming together with a family that you didn't know you had, and I can tell you that that I've ever been a part of a Catalyst event, regardless of what area of the world, it's something that is it's an intangible. It just is an experience where we know that we have come together collectively to share in, like I said before, a collective mission, a collective sense of purpose, and that's why I knew that I wanted to be a part of the instructional team from the very beginning, because I wanted to be witness to that every time it happened, as many times as I could. So hopefully you can still hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. That experience of watching that transformation in any of our live programs, there's nothing like it. And truly, this is why here at the RH Jam, we just love to bring in the experience of Reconnective Healing in all its aspects, because this is what really makes this community grow. And Rob, before Mike start doing something funky again, tell us what's next for you, because you are a man of many fronts throughout this time. You have been very instrumental in helping everyone here at the community stay focused during this period, through your own discoveries at work. Tell us a little bit what is in store for you. What are you up to?
Yeah. I think many of us have experienced in our we talk about transcending. Oh no. Okay. What I was saying is that many of us know from our experience that we transcend time and space when we're interacting within this with this atmosphere, and what I've discovered is that I somehow am able to fit things into my life that really don't make any sense, that I'm able to do all these things at once, but I am actively involved in so many wonderful projects related to Reconnective Healing, and in my role as co-director. And those projects include, of course, the launching of our Living in the Frequencies series that is so near and dear to my heart, that I had the privilege of collaborating with Kelly Woodruff and Joan Fowler, and now watching it spread around the world with new teams. So that continues focal point for me. Also now we're starting to expand our instructional team through our mentor program that Guillermo Poli and I, my fellow co-director, we just launched our level 2 mentor program, and we're watching some beautifully talented, inspired new individuals stepping into their own recognition of their purpose in spreading the information of Reconnective Healing around the planet. Of course, on a more local level, I'm really excited that I will be hosting a Catalyst program here in the New York City area on October 10th and 11th. So that is also an exciting event that's coming very soon. And then on a even more local level, as you mentioned, I am a business owner, co-owner for living on Long Island, where I live, and we are, like every other small business, we have experienced our challenges in maintaining our goal and mission of creating a space for healing and spiritual development and growth, and so we are finding new and creative ways.
Because why not, right?
I'm trying to get a lot of information in quickly before.
You're good. Go on. You can do it.
Yes.
Yes, you're back on. Yes, go for it.
Okay, good. I feel like I should talk fast before it happens again. Anyway, so I was just saying, on a more local level, at the Holistic Center for Soulful Living, where I am a co-owner, it's one of the creations that came out of my Reconnective Healing journey. We are looking for creative ways on a regular basis to maintain our mission, and one of those ways that we have that we have really focused on right now is creating special events that really they're fundraising events that we could bring much needed revenue to keep our doors open, but at the same time give back to our community on a global level. And so we've created some very special opportunities, one in which that is only 10 days away. It's a very special event with Laura Lynn Jackson. If those of you who don't know who Laura Lynn Jackson is, she is a renowned, internationally recognized psychic medium and best-selling author. And Laura Lynn Jackson is a wonderful light in this world, and she has really been communicating a very important message about our own empowered capacity to connect to the other side and to connect with our inner light. And she is hosting an event that I will be actually collaborating with her, and I'm going to be conducting an interview on July 26th, and it's going to be entitled A Soul's Guide to These Turbulent Times. And so Laura's going to be talking about all of her insights and all of the downloads that she's received during these very unique times, and then we're going to open up a Q&A and let people ask Laura about her perspective and maybe the questions that they have right now. And so she and I will be co-leading this very exciting event that's happening in just 10 days. So that's a kind of good summary of all the things that I've been doing lately.
That was excellent, Robin. You did it like micro fast. Woohoo! We beat the Zoom.
And the microphone stayed good.
We beat the Zoom boom on the mic.
Oh,
that was
good.
such a bad joke. But listen, I not only did I show a little bit about your event, there's also a link if people are more interested in finding out more about this event, which is happening in just 10 days. The link is here. There's also a link to reach out to Rob directly. Rob is always happy to receive your emails and your comments. So please reach out to him if you have any questions about your practice, your own practice. Rob is absolutely magnanimous in sharing and his discoveries and advice. Rob, before Zoom does it again, any final exhortations that you have for us?
Yeah, the final message I want to leave with this group is, and it's going to sound controversial at first, but let me say the entire message before you make judgment. But we need to stop social distancing. So it sounds controversial because I know we have been told to do this. What I mean by that is, yes, we need to maintain appropriate physical distancing and in many areas it is very appropriate and very necessary so that we maintain our physical health and safety during these times. But let's remove the word social from the equation. Let's maintain physical distance when necessary and appropriate, but socially we need to stay connected to each other more than ever right now. This is an example of a beautiful social interaction that we're having right now. Continue to be inspired to connect socially. So that is my final words for you all right now. Thank you all for being a part of this interaction. Thank you for having me, Ana, and I look forward to many more interactions within this community and beyond.
Oh, absolutely. So much more is coming in the next few weeks, and we'll be talking about it in a few minutes. Rob, as always, such a privilege to have you here on the Jam. We so love you and so are grateful for your presence, for your light, for you allowing yourself to be this light. We have several messages here for you. And yes, physical distancing is gaining traction right here in the chat. So that I think that may be a very good switch. Maybe we just start doing it, right? We just start calling it physical distancing. Whenever somebody says social distancing, maybe we just casually say physical distancing. And eventually, maybe that becomes a meme, right? And that is what influences that. So core, guys, social and physical, very different. Rob, thank you so much. Mwah, hugging you in frequencies. Guys, that was awesome. And not only did we get a first view of solid practical advice for those of us who have practices, offices, or continuing to facilitate professionally. But not only that, beyond that, our connectivity with one another and community. And second, we got a taste of disruption to our connection. So literally, these things are never random. When things flare up like this, like suddenly we're talking about communication and we lose sound. We're talking about connection and the connection fails. I think that it was Jennifer Lynn who said it here, we may be disconnecting here, but the communication continues in so many other levels. And truly, it did throughout. It did throughout. You guys were on fire. I feel all the playing with the frequencies right over here too. So this is such a very good discussion with Rob. I encourage you to, once this is done, go back and watch his segment again. What I'm going to try is, after this is said and done, I'm going to try and go in on YouTube and see if it'll allow me to shorten the little gaps. YouTube is a little bit iffy with that too, but I'll give it a try. But if regardless, treat yourself to exploring again what Rob had to say. There are very good morsels here that we can apply to our day-to-day. Guys, we are having our last yoga Saturday for the time being. I'm sure more is coming, but for this Saturday, we have our last yoga with Kelly Woodruff. And I remind you that at 10:30, we have that premiere with Jillian Fleer as she explores what is. And this is a companion piece to last weekend's meditation. So if you haven't seen that meditation, I strongly recommend you do. The link is in our YouTube channel right here, so go check it out. It says our Reconnective Saturday, and it's so key that you guys join us first on the yoga and definitely for our premiere as well. Here's how we grow this community, because we just set that chat room on fire, and whomever comes afterwards to watch, they feel it too. They receive it too. So, and this is it, the last 3 days to take the survey for Reconnective Life, the Reconnective Life Gateway, which is actually the survey. This is the launching pad for the Reconnective Life community. And we promoted last week our little logo animation, one of the several ones that we're building here in-house. It is launching so soon that we only have 3 days left for you to fill in the blanks if you haven't taken a moment. We are building the ship with your input. You are the inspiration for everything that happens next at the Reconnection. Guys on the chat, you chatting pals and friends in frequencies, you are just on fire. And I am so much in awe of you. I love everything you've had to share here. The media connections are manifested by human hands and minds. Energies and frequencies of what connects us all are never broken and always with us. Thank you, Justin. That is absolutely beautiful. And Jennifer says, yeah, I can handle the pixies. Actually, yes, I do. I put a little bowl with milk and a freshly baked loaf of bread. No, I don't do that. Not anymore. You only do that in Ireland when you have issues with leprechauns. True story. Ask me about it sometime and I'll tell you what happened. That's a great story to share on pixies and leprechauns. And yes, Rob is absolutely happy to have been here with us today. And you know what, guys? Today is only possible because we are a community. And if you still want to have like 3 tidbits that you want to take away with you or share with other people that you're feeling that there's this distancing that is happening beyond the physical distancing, right? Here are 3 ways to remind yourself and others. First of all, let go of any fear about unveiling your soul and share your experiences with others. Be your passion. Reconnective healing is passion, is fire. You're a catalyst. We are all catalysts right here, right now. Wherever any one of us is, a healing can take place. Things just get on fire by just sitting on the bus and reading a book, or just minding your own business and being in awareness of the frequencies. We are that space that is holding all these scales on top, and here this is calm wavelength. This bandwidth that is just here to receive us. Second, listen to one another in awareness using that same attention we use with the frequencies. Like I said before, most conflicts start because we're not really listening. We sometimes are coming up with an answer without really listening to what is being said. And now more than ever, that people are undergoing a lot of emotional turmoil because there's so much confusion about what to do. I love how Rob illustrated it. The whole physical distancing doesn't mean social distancing, but some people are doing complete social isolation. And that is something we humans are not wired to be that way. We need that interactivity. And third, and we know this here in our Reconnective family, our soul tribe, receivership. It is the real, it is real the container for who we are, what we are, how we interact. Because when we are receiving via the Reconnective Healing frequencies, say in a conversation, whether it's face to face or right here via the chat, as we're chatting here, or in a Zoom call, as we were just having, when you're doing that and you're aware of the frequencies in you, you are aware in consciousness of whomever you're talking with. We all become conscious participants of this quantum field. And then we connect with something that is beyond all our expectations and all our understanding of what connection and community truly is. Guys, it has been quite a trip today here at the Jam with the crazy mics and the crazy connections. And you know what? It emulates real life to a T. It emulated our experience and what has been our experience so many times to a T. And I'm so happy and so profoundly gratified that we all stuck it out together. You guys stayed on, Rob stayed on, the signal stayed on. I definitely was going to stay on regardless, but I am grateful that we pulled through this together and we continue to communicate and connect via not only the RH Jam, but via you guys, like Lula, like all of you guys. I was spotting you here at the corner of my eye, playing with the frequencies, because I could feel them as I am feeling them now. Guys, that first hour of the portal is still free. It's the gift for humanity from Dr. Eric and Jillian. Gift it out. Take that link, copy it and paste it to your notebook or somewhere and just have it handy and just give it out. You cannot give out a business card now, right? Give this out. It will reach the people that need it right now. Something that really will bring answers for whatever it is that they're seeking and they're not even aware the full strength of what is it that they're seeking. And again, thank you, Rob Koenig, for being here today and sharing these morsels of these jewels of true discovery and practical advice about remaining connected with our community, with our clients, within our practice, our family, our groups of friends. My gratitude to Lexi, Alexandra, and Cecilia Sams. You ladies, you make it happen. You're the backbone of this chat, and you really are the backbone of all this jamming, because the jamming starts way before we get here live, guys. It starts way before. And these ladies, they make it happen. Alejandra says, a digital business card maybe? Yes, you see, that's really amazing. If you have a digital business card, you can add it to it. Like, we recommend, or I recommend it. Make it a gift to people. It is a gift. So avail yourself to it so other people can benefit from the growth that comes in connectivity and community through Reconnective Healing. Guys, email me for that link for Saturday, last Saturday with Yoga and Kelly for the time being. 3 last days for that survey before Reconnective Life launches. And the launch is like around the corner, quite literally. So this is your last chance. Make your opinions and thoughts and inspiration known. And guys, until next week, until next Thursday, it has been, again, a true honor and a privilege to share this space with you now and as a recorded version in frequencies. I am hugging you. I'm Ana Clavell, and this has been the RH Jam.